Hello viewers, welcome back to Xtream channel. This is Tejaswini. Today I am going to teach about 7th class ICSE syllabus and the topic is unitary method. So today I am going to solve a few problems of exercise A in unitary method chapter. So this is our question and the question is like number of students are 125 and number of days are 18 and number of students are 25 more than the previous one and the number of days is question mark. We should find this. So they have given the question like 125 students have sufficient food for 18 days if 25 students more will join them if 25 more students will join 125 students, how many number of days will they have the sufficient food? So here let's do the solution in arrow method. So here the two quantities are students and days, alright. So the first one is student and next is days. So here 125 students will have sufficient food for 18 days if 25 more students join them. So 25 is not our second quantity here. They have just given 25 more students if they join for 125 students. How many days will they have? That means we need to first add them. That is 125 plus 25. That means it is 150. So there will be total of 150 students. So this will be our second quantity here. Alright. So that is 150 students. How many days will they have the food? So here it's x as we don't know the value. So here if 125 students will have food for 18 days, if 25 students join them, the food will, the number of days will decrease, right? Because if more students are there, the food will last for less period of time. So that here the x will have smaller value. Therefore, 18 is the greater value compared to x. So point the arrow upwards. Alright. And here, you should see which is the greater value. So here 150 is greater value, right? So point the arrow downwards. So this is how we need to point the arrows. Now write it in the fractional form. So where the arrow is pointed, that number should be written in the numerator and the remaining number should be written in the denominator. So here 150 divided by 125 is equal to, here 18, the arrow is pointed to 18, right? So 18 by x. So after formation of the numbers in the fractions, you should do the cross multiplication. So 150 into x is equal to 125 into 18. Alright. So here now keep the x where it is. Keep the x in the same place. Transfer this 150 into the other side. So 125 into 18 divided by 150. Now you should do the cancellation. So let's do with this 3 table first. 3 5s are 15 and 3 6s are 18 and 5 10s are 5 2s are 10 and here 5 5s are 25. So again 5 2s are 10, 5 5s are 25. Sorry, here actually it's 5 25s are 125 and 5 2s are 10 and 5 5s are 25 and 2 1s are 2 3s are. That is 5 into 3 is equal to 15. So the number of days will be 15 days. So for the 150 students, the food will last for 15 days only. So this is how you should solve the question in the form of arrow method. So this is our second question and the question is number of days are 3 and number of hours per day are 8 hours. And here the number of days are 4 and we should calculate the number of hours per day. So the question is like a carpenter prepares a new chair in 3 days by working 8 hours per day. How many hours he should work per day in order to complete the new chair in 4 days? So they are asking like in 3 days if the carpenter complete a chair by working 8 hours per day, they are asking you to find how many hours you should work in order to complete a chair in 4 days. So let's solve it in arrow method only. So the quantities are First is the days and the second is hours per day. So here in 3 days he works 8 hours. So in 4 days, in order to complete a new chair, he can work less than 8 hours, right? So here he will work 8 hours per day in order to complete a chair in 3 days. So he can work less than 8 hours per day in order to complete the new chair in 4 days, because he can work less time per day, because here he got one more extra day, right? So there is an extra day when compared to 3 days. That is, here there are 4 days. So he can reduce his work per day. That means he can work little bit less per day. So here x will be less than 8. So 8 is the greater value. So you can point the arrow upwards. And here the 4 is the greater value. Right. So you should point the arrow downwards. So this is an inverse variation, as one arrow is pointing towards one direction and the other is pointing towards other direction. Now form this in the fractional form, that is here 4 by 3 is equal to x by, here the arrow is pointing towards 8, right? So it is 8 by x. So remember and form it in the fractional form. Now do the cross multiplication, that is 4 into x is equal to 3 into 8. So keep x as this and transfer this 4 into right hand side, so that will become division. So 2 4s are 8 and 2 2s are 4, 2 1s are and 2 2s are 4. So 3 into 2 is equal to 6. So he will work 6 hours per day. Alright, so he works 6 hours per day in order to complete the new chair in 4 days. So if you understand the question, it's very easy. If you didn't understand it, it will be a bit tricky, because in 3 days, if you work 8 hours per day, the time or the number of hours per day will reduce when he works 4 days. So this is how you need to solve this question. So here the next question is the number of balls are 500 and number of minutes is 30 minutes, and here the number of balls are question mark and number of hours are 2.5 hours. So the question is like, a machine can make 500 balls in 30 minutes. In 3.5 hours, how many balls can be made? So first let's convert this into they have given a mixed fraction. Let's convert it into improper fraction. So 3 2s are 6 plus 1 is 7. So that will be 7 by 2 hours. So first we need to convert this in the improper fraction. Now let's solve the question. You need to convert this hours into minutes, because they have given us the first quantity in minutes. So we should convert this hours into minutes. For that, first you need to multiply this with 60. So 7 by 2 into 60, because 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Therefore, first you need to multiply this with 60. So 2 1s are 2 30s are. So this will be 7 zeros are 0 and 7 3s are 21. So this will be 210 minutes. So here our second quantity is 210 minutes. Now let's convert this, let's solve this in the arrow method. So here the first quantity will be balls and the second quantity will be minutes. Right. So here first is 500. So 500 balls can be prepared in 30 minutes. So here 210 into 10 minutes, how many number of balls can be prepared? Now point the arrows. So here in 30 minutes if 500 balls can be prepared, in 210 minutes the number of balls prepared will be more than 500, right? So point the arrow downwards here towards x, and here obviously 210 is the greater value, so point the arrow downwards. So now form the fraction. So here that is x by 500 is equal to 210 by 30. Now do the cross multiplication. that is x into 30 is equal to 210 into 500. So keep x as it is and transfer this 30 into right hand side. So it will become divided by 30. Now cancel the zeros. 3 ones are and 3 sevens are. So x is equal to 7 into 500. So that will be 7 zeros are 0 and 0, 7 5s are 35. So the answer is 3500 balls. So the answer will be 3500 balls. So you can prepare 3500 balls in 2-10 minutes. So here the step you should not forget is conversion of the mixed fraction into fractions and then multiplying it with 60 so that you will get it in the minutes form. So this is all about how to solve this question. So this is all about today's class. Today we have solved a few questions from exercise A of the unitary method. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel, and also please don't forget to turn on the bell icon so that you will get notified every time we upload a new video. Thank you.